47, who can be 47? 47, 48, who can be 48? 48, 49, who can be 49? 49, 49, 49, who can be 50? 50. 50, who can be 51, 51, 51, 51, 50. Sold the farm rope for 50 shillings. Gentlemen.
Gabriel Oak, is he?
Uh-huh.
I thought you worked out at Norcombe.
Oh, at least a place of my own now. Small, but it's a start.
Have you borrowed?
Up to here.
Oh. Good luck to you, Oak. Soldiers.
George? George?
She says that's enough she's offered you, you great miser, and she won't pay no more.
She's got a blasted cheek. Who she thinks she is?
She's mistress's niece. She's a stranger here.
Well, you tell mistress's niece she better shift her backside off that wagon and find another tuppence. Or mistress's niece ain't gonna pass.
Tell him I won't pay him another farthing.
Toe fever. Here. Let her pass.
Okay, leave him now, boy. Good, I think. Leave him now, boy. Yeah, George, come here. Come back with that car here. Come on. That's it. Come on, pal. You've got a lot to learn, haven't you? Lot to learn.
To help if you
They took money and watches and rings of great price. Then naked they stripped men and ladies alike. And naked together to keep themselves warm. Gee-ho, Dobbin, hi-ho, Dobbin, gee-ho, Dobbin, gee-up and gee-ho.
Found this hat.
It's mine. It blew off in the wind.
Indeed. I'm Farmer Oak. I have
looking
a place.
everywhere for it, thank you.
I saw you
Where?
in the wood, by the stream and up the hill.
You watched me.
Yes. Well, no. I mean, yes. But not deliberately.
Farmer Oak, wake up. You left the slide shut. You could have died.
I do believe you saved my life, miss. I don't know your name.
I'd sooner not tell you. I've never liked the sound of my name.
You might soon find you have a new one. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. Sorry.
You may have us again if you like. Suppose you're thinking you'd like to kiss it.
I wasn't, but I will.
No, you won't. Find out my name if you can.
My name's Gabriel.
Brought a lamb from Miss Everdeen. Thought you might like one to rear.
Well, she might, though she's only visiting here. She should be in shortly.
The lamb isn't the only reason I came. I was going to ask Miss Bathsheba if she would like to be married.
Were you indeed?
Because if she would, I'd be very glad to marry her. Has she any other young men hanging around her at all?
Oh, Lord, Father Oak, ever so many. And she's so good looking. And clever besides. Not that her young men ever come here. But she must have a dozen.
That's unfortunate. Well, that was what I came for. Thank you. Good day to you, Mrs. Hurst.
Hi! Hi, Farmer Oak! My aunt was lying. I haven't a sweetheart at all. Never had one.
I'm truly glad to hear that.
Well, I have my own snug little farm. 200 sheep. Well, 400 by the time lambing's finished. It's not all paid for yet, but I'll work twice as hard when we're married.
Oh, but I never said I was going to marry you.
What, you run all this way and then say you're not going to marry me?
If I wanted to marry, I wouldn't have run after you. No, I just wanted to let you know that nobody has me as a sweetheart. I hate to be thought men's property in that way.
Oh.
Well, there's no harm in hurrying after someone to correct a mistake.
No. No harm. Well, I'm not sure it's no harm.
Anyway, I hadn't time to think whether I wanted to marry you or not. You'd have gone over the hill.
Think, Bathsheba. Will you marry me? I do love you far more than common.
I'll try to think. If I can outdoors.
You should have a piano in a year or two when I finish paying off the sheep. And I'll practice up my flute so I can play with you in the evenings.
Like that.
And we can announce the wedding in the newspaper.
I dearly like that.
And the babies and the birds, every man jack of them.
Don't talk so.
And at home by the fire, whenever you look up, there shall I be. And whenever I look up, there will you be.
It's no use. I don't want to marry you. I can't.
Why not?
Because I don't love you.
But I love you.
It wouldn't do, Mr. Oak. I'm too independent. I need somebody to tame me. You'd never be able to do that.
Who says I couldn't? Don't give me your answer right away. Let me call on you.
No. I don't love you, so it would be ridiculous.
Then I'll ask you no more.
Fanny, fetch the doctor.
Bad, Billy.
Run for the doctor.
Help him.
Get him indoors.
something then. We'll take over the farm. Don't have an heir, do we?
There is the niece. His brother's child.
What will a young girl do with a farm?
Bathsheba, you got a letter. You read it, Aunt.
Good God. I think it means you're to be mistress of Weatherby Farm.
It's all there. Sold my hut. Sold everything.
I thought you were insured.
Gave all I had for the sheep.
What have you left?
9 shillings and 6pence.
As long as you can, I say. Work. Right to talk. three fine chickens.
Bailiff?
Aye.
Whose farm did you last manage?
Well, my own.
Your own? If he can't keep hold of his own farm, he's not going to manage mine.
Aye, I'm looking for a shepherd. Doesn't take all 3 years. I'm looking for a man who works hard and don't complain.
On your man, sir.
I'm farming over at Marlin. We'll let you down, sir.
No one hired thee, shepherd?
No.
Me neither. Thou should try the fair tomorrow at Chartsford. 'Tis bigger than this. T'other side of Weatherbury.
Thank you, sir. Hey, look that, Rick! Save the board! If these cats, you'll lose the board for sure! Have you got a tarpaulin? Get away! Tarpaulin! Get a tarpaulin! We need a ladder! We got a ladder! Get a ladder! We need water! You got any water? Make some water and some beaters! Some branches if you can! Put your hand down! Put your hand down! Take your hand down there!
You put your end out. Down! You put your end out. All out on the put your end out.
Make a chain! Make a chain!
That's right, get the tarpaulin between the fire and the ricks! Keep it covered with water! The more water, the better for the tarpaulin!
Out again! Out here! Come on up!
Oh, don't mind me!
On this side! On this side! And that side!
Fire! John Gordon, Billy Smallbury! Fire! 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 Give it here! Get on it!
He's a bit late in the day.
More water! More water! Throw it on!
Come on!
More water!
Quickly!
More water!
Keep it up!
More water!
Water on the ladder!
Marianne, fetch the stranger.
The barn is safe, ma'am. To the shepherd, ma'am. Do you want a shepherd?
I do want a shepherd, but...
He's the very man, mistress. If the wheat rick had gone, the barn would have followed for sure. Has this shepherd done most good?
He's all there, ma'am.
So he is?
Tell him to speak to the bailiff. Will you all come up to the house for something to eat and drink?
We could take it a great deal freer, ma'am, if you sent it across to Warren's Malt House.
Of course. Good night to you all.
Hi, mistress.
Hi, mistress.
Thank you.
Shepherd.
Hello, Shepherd.
Good morning tonight. Joe, right away.
Hold on, Shepherd. Joe, well done.
Who's there?
Am I in the right way for Warren's Malt House?
It's at the bottom of the hill. Do you know how late the Buck's Head keeps open?
Don't even know where it is. Why, you going there tonight?
Not a Weatherbury man.
No, I've just been made shepherd.
Only a shepherd. You seem more like a farmer to me.
No, only a shepherd.
Please, don't say anything in the village about seeing me. I don't want people to know.
I'll say out if you don't want me to. You're right.
I must go.
Here. Do you need this? It's only a shilling, but it's all I can spare.
Thank you. Remember, tell no one you saw me.
And did you see the way that blasted Pennywise came in at the end and took all the credit?
He's neither use nor ornament. Why the master ever made him Bailey when there's gifted men willing?
He'll be able to do what he likes. She don't know a pretty horse from her elbow. Pretty horse, mine.
It's the shepherd! Hey. You done good work tonight, shepherd.
Hey, come in. Be welcome. No, we don't know your name.
Gabriel Oak, sir.
Clean cut for the shepherd.
Oh, no, not at all. I'll do. Fuss about dirt in its pure state.
Here's a mouthful of bacon and bread, mistress have said.
Thank you kindly. So, you have a mistress, not a master?
Aye, that's the way of it.
What's she like to work?
They say never Gabriel Oak's grandson from over Narcombe.
Oh, yeah.
I know your grandfather. I remember Narcombe very well. I worked there quite a few years with my son Jacob there. Didn't it, Jacob? Of course, mind you, that was before my grandson William got under man's wages.
He must be a very ancient man, Malster, to have two such grown-up sons.
Oh, yes. Bradford's so old he can't mind his proper age.
He'd been no age at all. Why, that joke be older than him.
You're a very old and aged person, Malster. Take no notice of yon spiteful pixie.
And did Miss Everdene's father and mother come from these parts?
Aye, but they was town folk. You were much to look at, but she were a lovely woman.
And is she?
Levi Everdene were his name. He were a gentleman tailor, worth scores of pounds. Aye, and a celebrated bankrupt.
Not at all. He was quite a common man.
No. That man failed for gold and silver.
You'll be not long for this world, monster.
What's she like to work under then? We know little of her. She only showed her face a few days ago.
'Tis hoped her temper be sweet as her face. We'll know all her whim and fancy come payday. Aye. Who's to stay? And who's to go?
Maybe Fanny's been burnt in the fire, miss.
I'm very close about it, miss, but I think she has a young man in Casterbridge.
Do you know his name, Marianne?
No, miss.
Mistress?
What are you doing?
Nothing, ma'am. I just clearing up.
Stealing my barley.
No, mistress.
Dare you! Get out! Get out!
You've all got to come up to the house right away.
Why?
Mistress is wild. Fanny Robin's gone missing, and she sacked the bailey for stealing barley.
I know it. I know him for a thieving rogue. So my question is, who's going to be bailey now?
It won't be you, I'd bet.
Fanny Robin can't be found. Does anybody know what's become of her?
Pardon me, miss. Don't she have a young soldier caught in her?
He's right, you know. That's what we heard.
Jan Coggan, you go and make inquiries in the villages.
Billy Smallbury, you go to Casterbridge. Try and discover who the man is and see if Fanny's gone to him.
Yes, miss.
Go on, all of you. Go on.
Why are you back being shepherd? What happened to your farm?
Lost it.
How?
Oh. Well, I was unlucky.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think it best if we keep our previous knowledge of each other between ourselves.
I wasn't planning on telling anyone, Bathsheba.
Miss Everdeen, from now on. Good night.
Marianne, stop a minute.
What cheek to come to the front door? Lord, Ma'am, it's a gentleman. I can see the top of his hat.
Why doesn't Mrs. Coggan go? Marianne, you go.
Oh, mistress, is a mess.
Well, Lydia, you must go. Oh, for goodness sake. There, Mrs. Coggan is going.
Mrs. Coggan, I heard about the fire last night. Is everyone safe?
Yes, sir.
And the Ricks?
We lost the best part of one, but it could have been a lot worse.
Is the new mistress within?
I'll tell you you're here, sir. I'm never up to my elbows in dough, but a visitor do knock on the door. It's Mr. Boldwood to see you, miss.
Well, I can't see him in this state.
Say you're a fright with dust and can't come down.
Say I can't see him. That will do, Mrs. Coggan.
Miss Everdeen can't see you, sir. Mrs. Dustin Bottleson is quite an object. That's why 'tis.
I only wanted to ask if anything had been heard of Fanny Robin.
Nothing yet. But Billy Smallbury has gone into Casterbridge to look for her.
I'll trouble you no more then.
Who is Mr. Boldwood?
A gentleman farmer across the way at Little Weatherbury Farm.
Why would he inquire about Fanny?
Well, mistress.
Pardon me, Marianne. I do believe mistress was asking me. Fanny lost her family when she was but a girl, miss. So Mr. Boldwood put her through school and got her a place here with your uncle.
That was kind.
He's very good that way, ma'am, but Lord save us, a hopeless man for a woman.
Is he not married?
All the young women round here have courted him.
Mary Stoughton spent a year on him.
He cost Farm Rives his daughter over £20 worth of new clothes, but she might just well throw the money in the river. Mr. Bold would never even notice her.
I got a penny.
Where'd you get it, Teddy Coggan?
Mr. Bold give it to me. I opened the gate for him and he said, "The new mistress is an old woman, is she not?" says he. And I says yes.
Teddy, get in there. Sorry, miss.
Sam, still no news of Fanny Robin. I think we better make ready to drag New Mill Pond.
Yes, sir. Adam, George, come on, come on. Arthur, what? Come on. You go pond. Come on.
Did anyone ever want to marry you, miss? Lots of them, I dare say.
Man did once. But he wasn't quite good enough for me.
How sweet to be able to disdain. Kiss my foot, sir. My face is for mouths of consequence. Did you love him, miss?
No. But I liked him.
And do you still?
Of course not.
Oh, Philistines be upon us.
She might cut us down to 8 shillings. Farmer Ives will only pay 8.
Well, she might sack the lot of us.
Eh? Where would I go? I've lived in this village all my life.
Oh, she'll make Bailey, that's the question.
Now's my time.
If you say so, Henry.
Is it Fanny?
I think it's the you, sir, that we lost at Christmas.
Get rid of it, sir. We'll make a start on that side next.
I don't dare look at her face. Such a shy man as I be.
You keep your heart up, Joseph. You'll be all right.
What's Henry doing?
Any news of Fanny yet?
No, ma'am. Nobody's seen her.
Well, let's make a start. Joseph Poorgrass, are you here?
I be Poorgrass, sir.
Speak up, I shan't hurt you. What have you been doing on the farm, Joseph?
I do carting things all the year. And in seed time, I shoots the rooks and the sparrows and helps with the pig killing.
And how much to you?
Please, 9 and 9pence, sir. Ma'am, I mean.
Quite correct. And, here are 10 shillings in addition. A small present, as I am a newcomer.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's more than a week's wage. What? The new shepherd will need a man under him.
Who can he have?
Young Caney Bull's a good lad. If Shepherd Oak don't mind his youth.
Oh, I don't mind.
Very well. Caney Bull to be under shepherd. You quite understand your duties, Shepherd Oak?
I believe I do, Miss Everdeen.
Temperance and Soberness Miller. Both women?
Yes, Here we be, we believe.
And what have you been doing?
Harrowing, weeding, breaking up the hard earth, tending the cows and the pigs, saying oosh to the hens when they go upon your seeds, and threshing in the winter time.
And are they satisfactory women?
Oh, ma'am. Yielding women. As scarlet a pair as ever was.
Sit down.
Me, ma'am.
Get back to your seat.
Told him.
You lost your chance now, Henry.
Well?
In round numbers, ma'am. Annie Robbins run away with the soldiers.
She's a steady sort of girl, isn't she?
Oh, she is, ma'am. Conscientious maid. But her young man's in the 11th Dragoons. They be gone to Melchester, and I was told she be gone after him.
What's the man's name?
Well, I can't find out, miss. But I believe he's higher in rank than a private.
Cane Bull, you'd better go over to Farmer Boldwood and tell him that.
Yes, mistress.
Now that most of you are present, last night I came upon Pennyways, the bailiff, stealing barley from the granary. I was going to prosecute him, but I've decided against it. And I won't appoint another bailiff. I'm going to manage everything myself. I don't yet know my talents in farming, but I'll do my best. And if you serve me well, so shall I serve you. And don't any of you think that because I'm a woman, I don't know the difference between good goings-on and bad. I will be up before you are awake. I will be afield before you are up. And I will have breakfasted before you are afield. In short, I will astonish you all.
She know about farming. She'll have
So-
a workhouse.
Next. Jan Colgan.
Ladies.
Evening, sir.
Which girl are you?
Frank, do you know me?
Fanny. What are you doing here?
You said I was to come.
Well, I said you might. So wonder you found me. You didn't walk all the way from Weatherbury, did you?
Can you come to me?
The bugle has sounded, Fan. I'm as good as in jail till the morning.
When will it be, Frank?
What?
Please, Frank, don't force me to say what ought to be said by you.
Well, never mind. Say it.
When will we be married?
Oh, really, Fan? You come in like this? It's all so sudden.
You think me forward. Don't, Frank. I love you, and you told me so many times we would be married, and...
Don't cry. If I said we will, we will.
Will you come to me tomorrow? I'm at Mrs. Twill's in North Street. I don't like to come to the barracks. There are bad women about.
I'll come tomorrow. Good night, Fan.
Good night, Frank. Good night.
Come on.
Jack. What's she want, then? She a farmer woman? Good, yellow shape. Must be a farmer. You got a sample back.
These have come from pretty parts of this woman in here.
Got lasted nerve coming in here. Salmon corn.
Your blasted distraction. That's what she is.
Well?
I'm afraid, miss. Most you can do with this is feed it to the pigs. Best taken off you is 30 shillings a quarter. And I'm doing you a service taking it off your hands.
Well, your pigs will just have to do without them, won't they? This corn is worth 62, and I'll take no less.
Oh, she's sold it. Mr. Everdene's niece.
You can't show tender feelings in front of the men, Fan. I'd have been laughed out of the barracks. Come here. You know you're my sweetheart.
Am I?
I have no other.
When you said we would be married, did you mean it?
Of course I did.
I know I'm not. I just want you to be sure in your mind.
Well, if you're having second thoughts.
Don't be foolish, Frank. You know I love you with all my heart.
Fanny, I do want to marry you. I do. Where shall it be, church or chapel?
Oh, Frank. I'm so happy.
Morning, 17. Morning, Miss
Lyd, what's there to do to pass the time on a Sunday?
Did you ever find out who you will marry by means of the Bible and key, miss?
Don't be foolish, Liddy.
Some believe in it.
Fetch the front door key.
It's moving.
Who do you think of? I'm not telling.
Did you notice Mr. Bodewood's doings in church this morning?
No.
His pew's exactly opposite yours, miss.
I wasn't looking at him. Well, what did he do?
He didn't turn his head once to look at you all through the service.
Why should he? I didn't ask him to.
Everyone else was noticing you. Still, to said a woman jilted him when he was young, that's why he's so reserved.
People always say that. I expect it's in his nature to be so wrapped up and indifferent to everything.
Yes, miss. Rich and gentlemanly, what does he care? What's that for? Mr. Boldwood?
No, only little Teddy Coggan to make a pretty surprise for him. What shall I put?
The rose is red, the violet blue, carnation sweet, and so are you. Oh, what fun it'd be to send it to old Boldwood. How he would wonder.
No, he wouldn't see the humour in it.
I can just see his face. He'd worry to death.
Let's toss Teddy or Boldwood. Oh, no, we can't toss money on the Sunday.
Toss the hymn book. There can't be any sinfulness in that.
It's more likely to fall open. So open, Teddy, shut, Boldwood.
Mistress.
There. should upset the solemnity of a parson.
Adam, George, you carry on with the harrowing on the 3-acre. Sam, you finish clearing the top field for the spring corn and take a team up the Dernsey Hill and start the ploughing.
Yes, sir.
I think it's for your shepherd. My mistake? So Miss Everdene's shepherd? No. No, don't worry, I'll take it to him.
Come on, walk on.
Liddy? Has Mrs. Coggan got the fire going in the kitchen yet?
She has, miss.
Tell her to burn these, will you, Liddy? Unless the girls want any of them.
To think she can go on without a Bailey? Never. In all my creeping up, never.
Sustenance, Grandfer. You'll be working the stables at 4 o'clock this morning.
I'm as feeble as a thrush, master.
Have what you will. She won't listen to no advice at all.
One of my old blades. Your aching bones is frosty morning.
Not good, Mark Clark, not good. He'll be sitting up with the mistress's mare all night.
£35 she'll lose if that mare dies, Joseph.
I heard tell that her uncle's things ain't no good to her no more. She's buying everything new.
Oh, aye. Heavy chairs for the fat and worry ones for the slender.
A new piano?
Hey? Now what would a farming woman want with a piano?
She fritters away all her uncle's money, it's woe betide us.
'Tis the toss of the head, the sweep of the shoulder. 'Tis the dare of the woman in general.
Our neighbour, trouble for a couple of newborns.
Aye, shepherd. Set them by the fire.
What's up here, then?
They've been talking about Mistress's strange doings.
What you been saying about her?
Well, these old men been pulling her over the coals. But I say, bless her pretty face. Wouldn't I like to do so, eh? On her cherry lips.
Who's been speaking against her?
Well, not I. 'Tis a joyful thing she's no worse, say I.
Oh, don't take on so, shepherd. We're anxious for our places. If she loses the farm, what's to become of us?
She has no knowledge of farming and no bailiff.
I don't know why you should defend her, shepherd. She should by rights make you her bailey. Such a fitting man as you for the job.
What?
Miss Everdene has a right to be her own bailiff and keep me down to shepherd if she pleases.
Mr. Baldwin, sir.
Oak. Oak, I'm afraid I opened this without reading the address. Please excuse my mistake.
Easily done, Mr. Baldwin. It's from Fanny Robin.
Fanny? Thank God for that. I didn't know you knew her.
Well, I don't really. I met her on the night I came here and lent her a shilling. Says here she's to be married. Sergeant Troy of the 11th Dragoon Guards.
Oh, Fanny, you silly, silly girl.
Why, do you know this Troy?
He's from these parts.
Well, she calls him a nobleman.
Yes, well, it's said he's the illegitimate son of a lord. He's clever enough, but where women are concerned. Oh, for Fanny's sake, he means what he says.
Mr. Oak, Caney says 2 more ewes have twenned.
All right, good lad, Teddy. Go inside, mark the ones by the fire, and then follow me on. Good day to you, Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, I just wanted to ask if you happen to know who's writing this.
Well, I'd say that's Miss Everding's.
Good girl. Good girl. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on, you.
well.
Come on.
It's expected you'll try to find out who sent it. That's where the fun lies, doesn't it?
Hello, Mr. What's up with him? He was hanging around the small acre field the other day. Was Mistress there? She was.
He's sticking around her? He's never looked at a woman as long as I've known him.
Well, he is now. And I know why. But I can't tell. Well, you better. Oh, you'll get your head dipped in a cow pat.
She's done a Valentine's letter to Boldwood.
She never.
Only as a joke, mate. She's not sweet on him.
Well, I've heard everything now. She's turned Boldwood's head with a Valentine's letter.
Come on, Ned. What else do you know? Is she to marry him? She don't want to marry no one. She's too fond of being her own boss.
She don't have to with all she's got. Well, she will in the end. Every woman does. Except you, Marianne. Well, that's not from want of trying.
Miss Everdeen considered handsome?
Very handsome indeed, sir. She was a great deal noticed the first time she came, if you remember.
Sets you off nicely. It's just a low mind.
So pretty.
Don't want to catch your death in a freezing church.
I'm sorry.
Come here.
I'm so nervous.
Go on. You'll be proud of you. You make a lovely bride.
Sergeant Troy,
Yes.
Have you witnesses?
No.
There you are. Would you be a witness as well? Stay for the wedding.
Is there not a wedding here today?
Damn you!
Frank! I thought only the tower was all saint. I was there at 11:30, as you said, and then the Verger told me I was in the wrong church. But I wasn't much worried, for I thought it could easily be tomorrow.
You fool.
But it was a mistake. Will it be tomorrow, Frank?
Damn you! I won't go through that again in a hurry.
But Frank, when will it be?
God knows. Marry me. Marry me. Marry me. Marry me. Miss Everdeen.
This will ain't feed him, Master Oak.
What's wrong with it?
Looks like it won't take the other.
It'll die if it doesn't feed.
Oh, we'll have to learn. Run to the barn and go and get that bottle and tea.
Yes, Master Oak.
You've got to eat.
Here, let me squeeze some out. See if she tastes the taste of it. Come on.
If she doesn't like the taste of your finger, Gabriel, let me try.
You go on ahead, Simeon.
Yeah. She likes the taste of you, all right?
Come on, suck.
Well done.
Lydia, is Miss Everdeen at home?
No, sir, she's not.
Of course not.
Mr. Boldwood. She's in the lower meadow today.
She be a suitable wench for you, Mark.
And I'm the man to master her.
Oh, beg pardon, mistress. Hold on to her, then. Morning, Mr. Boldwood. Have you come to watch?
Morning, Mr. Boldwood, sir.
Good morning, Miss Everdeen.
Boldwood.
Miss Everdeen.
Good morning.
I feel almost too much to think. My life is not my own since I beheld you clearly. I've never seen myself as a husband. Not even when I was a young man. But now, seeing you, I feel my present way of living is bad in every respect. I come to make you an offer of marriage, Miss Everdeen.
Mr. Boldwood, I have great respect for you, but I cannot marry you.
The Valentine letter.
It was a joke. I should never have sent it.
Oh, don't say it was a joke. I cannot endure it.
Mr. Boldwood, I'm sorry.
But you started something in me. I want you. I want you to let me say I love you again and again.
Mr. Boldwood, don't, please. I can't bear for you to feel so much and for me to feel nothing.
You think I'm too old and set in my ways, but I will change, Miss Everdeen.
They'll notice we're gone. I had no idea you were going to say this to me. I am wicked to have made you suffer so.
Then say you don't absolutely refuse me.
I don't love you, Mr. Boldwood. I must tell you that.
But I may speak to you again on the subject.
Yes.
I may think of you
I suppose you may.
and hope to obtain you.
No. No, don't hope. Let us go back.
I will call on you tomorrow.
No. Give me time, Mr. Boldwood.
Oh, yes. I will give you any time. I'm happier now.
Don't be happy. Oh, I must think.
She left. She said you'd not got wed, and she left.
Very well. Did she say where she was going?
Well, she'd no money, so I don't know what she intended.
Thank you.
Kane, go down to the lower field and catch the bay mare. I'll turn the handle. I need to speak to you, Gabriel. Did the work folk make any remark about my being in the copse with Mr. Boldwood yesterday?
Aye, they did.
You turn, Gabriel. It makes my head spin.
Oh, no. Get hold of them right here. Let me show you. Gotta incline the edge. That's it.
Let go of my hand, please. What was said?
You and he'd be wed before the year was out.
Well, it's foolish talk, and I want you to contradict it.
Well, then, Bathsheba.
Miss Everdeen.
Mr. Boldwood spoke to you of marriage. I'm not going to lie and say he didn't just because you tell me to.
I just want you to mention that it isn't true. I'm not going to marry him.
Well, if it isn't true, I suppose I could say that. I could also give you my opinion of your conduct.
Don't ask your opinion. Just ask you to do what I say. Well, what's wrong with my conduct?
It's unworthy of an honorable woman. Glad you don't mind my rudeness, huh?
Not at all. My opinion of your views is so low that I completely disregard them. And where in particular does my unworthiness lie? In not marrying you, perhaps?
Not at all. I've long given up thinking of that.
Or wishing it either, I suppose.
Or wishing it either. Bathsheba! Oh, you are very foolish. Leading Mr. Boldwood on if you don't care for him is not right. And if you do care for him, you should let him know in a more dignified manner than sending him a silly girl's valentine.
Dare you speak to me like this? I'd pay your damn wages. You will go. You will leave this farm at the end of the week.
I'll go at once if it's all the same to you.
Go at once, then. I never want to see your face again.
Oh, Mistress, Mrs. Coughlin says there's no beef left, and will mutton do?
Don't bother me with blasted mutton.
Mistress, the sheet! The sheet! 60, 70, 59! I've broken the fence!
They've gone to a field of young clover, miss. They'd be getting blasted.
They'd be dead as nits if they ain't got out and cured. Fools to come to me first and not get them out directly.
When they eat the clover, their stomachs swell up. They die a painful, horrible death.
We'll get the ones that are still well out, quickly.
mistress. Come on, boys.
What can I do? Sheep are so unfortunate. There's always something wrong with them.
There's only one way of saving them, miss.
What?
They must be pierced through the side by a thing made of purpose.
Oh, can you do it? Can I do it?
If you miss by a hair's breadth, the stomach is punctured and the sheep is dead. There's only one man can do it.
Well, who is he? Fetch him immediately.
Shepherd Oak.
Shepherd Oak doesn't work for me anymore. Farmer Boulder will know what to do.
No, ma'am. He sends for Shepherd Oak. It'd be a hollow pipe you need, miss, with a sharp pricker inside.
That's right, hollow pipe. Aye, sure. That's the machine.
Don't stand here with your eyes on your shores while the sheep are dying. Go and get someone that can save them. Go on, quickly!
Who do she want us to get if she don't want Oak?
She don't know. Just look like you're going to get somebody.
I won't send for him, I won't.
Clark!
Get Oak. Take the bay. Tell him to come directly, that I say so.
Says beggars can't be choosers, miss.
What?
He says he will not come unless you request him as befits any woman begging a favour.
Where does he get his blasted airs? Lose the whole flock. I'll be ruined.
Why not ask him softer like this? I'm sure he'd come then. Gable's a true man in that way.
Mark, come indoors. You stay on with me, Gabriel.
Hello?
Son? Where were you heading for your leave then, Troy? Wenching in the town?
I'm going back to Weatherbury to help with the haymaking.
Haymaking? It's a bit of a lowly occupation for a nobleman.
And what would you know about nobility, Dobbs? Something I do every year.
So, wenching in the country then?
Give it a rest, Dobbs. There's a good fellow.
Not that pretty piece left you standing at the altar. You're not still thinking about her.
Yeah?
I'm looking for work, sir.
Country girl, are you? Your shift will be from 6 in the morning till 10 at night. Wages is 5 shillings a week. Ain't nothing like working in the field. You sure you can manage it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
She must be marked, Frey. She could wander onto any farm if she's not marked.
Yes, ma'am. Katie!
There you are.
She blushes at the insult. It's good work, Gabriel. Done well and done quickly.
Stay still, that catter.
Campbell?
Yes, Master Oak. Here I be.
As long as you're allowed. Right. What's that one? There you go, mate. Go on, lad.
Can you manage that?
There we go. Take that. Right.
No, that's all right.
Soft as an angel's wing.
Good day, Miss Everdeen.
Boldwood. Busy at the I'm going to see Mr. Boldwood's new flock of Leicesters. Take my place, Gabriel. Keep everyone at their work.
Well, if that don't mean matrimony.
She'll have less to say for herself when she's wed. A man's hand will soon quieten her down.
I can't see why a maid should take husband. If her's bold enough to fight her own battles and don't want for a home, just keeping another woman out.
Oh, a woman like me.
I don't think you've got much chance with Boldwood, Mary Ann. Than I thought no woman had.
I reckon he kissed her in the spinney the other day.
It's a lie. She won't marry him.
Ah, neighbour Oak. How knowest?
Why don't you just get back to work?
It's better tomorrow. Keep yourself stout so I can baste you.
Would I be right in thinking you have some foreknowledge of our young mistress, Shepherd? I don't think anybody else would know. I wasn't altogether sure myself.
I did know him before. I was somebody. It was not always what I am now.
You care for her?
More than my life, Jan. She doesn't like Boldwood. I know she doesn't. He has everything. I'm nothing but a common shepherd.
That's the way of things, Gabriel.
I promised her I'd tell no one.
Happy as the grave.
Get out from under my feet!
Do you think there'll be enough meat for everyone, Mrs. Coggan?
I think there'll be enough to feed a regiment, miss.
I don't want to disappoint anyone. I know how well my uncle did these things.
fine. Go sit here. I can move up. All right.
Get those children a move.
Gabriel, will you take the bottom seat and tend to duties at it?
You let your hands on that.
So, Master, how old are you then?
The shepherd would like to hear the pedigree of your life, Grandfer.
Lord save us, we'll be here till harvest.
Well, I can't rightly remember the year I was born in, but I can reckon all the places I ever lived in. I bode in Longpuddle until I were 11. Yeah, I malted for 22 years. And then 22 year out interments and harvesting. Then there was 3 years of Crescombe, and now 130 year come Candlemas. How much is that?
117.
That's my age.
Have some ice.
Good evening, Miss Everdeen. I apologize for my lateness.
Good evening, Mr. Boldwood. Gabriel, would you mind moving again, letting Mr. Boldwood sit there?
I've lost my love, but I care not. I shall soon have another.
What's he going on, silly boy?
It's better than the other.
You gonna eat that potato? Can I have it?
Than...
Oh, right, there's some more of that, I am.
What Fanny's doing. She was sitting here this time last year. I minds it well. I wonder if she found her sweetheart.
Well, if she didn't, she'll have found someone else to take her fancy.
So she'll be married by now, I reckon. And the way she would have come home, wouldn't she?
Does anyone know of an old man or a crooked one or any kind of second-hand fellow at all that would suit me? I don't expect a perfect one at my time of life.
If I didn't have my Bonnie Jane, Marianne, I'd take you up. What about old Malster here? His Rebecca's been dead these long years.
Don't be daft. She needs a young ram, not an old goat, do you, Marianne? Come on, Joseph. You're an upstanding young buck. Marianne's looking for a man.
Come on.
I sowed. I sowed the seeds of love, and I sowed them in the...
You unruly young scamps. Get on with thee. Go on, Joseph. Very taking.
No, I sing no more.
Will Miss Everdeen sing?
Yes, mistress.
Will you play to my singing, Gabriel? On the banks of Allen Water, when the sweet springtime did fall, was the miller's lovely daughter, fairest of them all. For the summer grief had brought her, and a soldier false was he, on the bank
so sad as she.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Very pretty. Like you all.
I love that song.
Stretch my legs.
Good.
Dear.
Oh, I've stiffened up with that for so long.
Come on, you little ones.
Very
I fear I am too old for you, but I will take more care of you than any man half my age. I will protect you, cherish you with all my strength. God only knows what you are to me.
I will try to love you, Mr. Boldwood. But I don't want to give a promise tonight. I'd rather wait a few weeks.
But you believe that then...
You say you are going away. I have every hope that when you return, by harvest time, I will be able to promise to be your wife. But remember this distinctly. I don't promise yet.
It's enough. I don't ask more.
Pretend she was done. Perhaps as soon as I could believe he will commit
Mark.
Evening. Sorry, mate, we got hitched together somehow. Soon have you free. I'm sorry, I'll unfasten you in a moment.
No, I can do it.
You're caught fast. Here, let me. Thank you for the sight of such a beautiful face.
It was unwillingly shown.
I like you the better for that rudeness. I must tear your dress if you're in such a hurry.
Then please do so and be on your way.
Look at this tangle.
You're making it worse on purpose.
I'm not.
I tell you, you are. I'll do it myself.
I've seen a good many women in my time, but I've never seen one as beautiful as you are. Be offended if you like. I don't care.
Done.
Sergeant Troy. I wish it had been the knot of knots, which there's no untying. Good night, Beauty.
Good night, Beauty.
He cast an underlook, and there he saw the fair pretty lady beside the watery brook.
and sing, blow away the morning dew, a dew and a dew, blow away the morning dew. How sweet the wind to blow, pass over me my mantle fair, and bring it on my gown. And if you will take hold my hand, then I will be your own, and sing, blow away the morning dew, the dew and the dew, blow away the morning dew.
I've got it from my arm!
You stupid boy, Cane Bowl!
Go find your mother, Kane. She's in the next field. Morning, Sergeant.
Morning, all.
Morning, Sergeant. Sergeant.
Welcome back, Sergeant.
Beautiful morning. Makes a man glad to be alive.
Didn't think we'd see you this year.
I hear your good voice retired again since I last saw you.
My wife's doing an open son of yours, Sergeant.
Really, Coggan. Time I taught you to tie a good reef or not.
Morning, Sergeant Troy. Morning, Sergeant Troy.
Is Fanny Robin not working at the haymaking this year?
She ran away after a soldier.
They say her sweetheart's in the Dragoon Guards. Do you know him?
I know the young man as well as I know myself. There's not a man in the regiment I like better.
He's in the same regiment as you.
Who is that woman?
That's the new mistress, Miss Everdeen. I've been here 5 minutes. She set the bailey. Thinks she can do everything herself.
What's his name? Fanny Sweetheart.
Ah, now, this I cannot tell. There is a code of honour among soldiers, you know. Miss Everdeen, good day to you. I had no idea it was you I was talking to the other night. I fear I spoke out of turn.
Here you did. What are you doing in my fields?
Well, I've helped your uncle with the haymaking since I was a lad. I hope you don't mind me doing the same for you.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I see you're still angry with me because I took the terrible liberty of telling you you're beautiful.
I don't allow strangers to be bold and impudent.
I take it back. You are an utterly ordinary and unremarkable woman. How's that?
You could have passed me by and said nothing.
Well, surely half the pleasure in feeling something is to express it then and there. I'd have done the same if you were ugly.
And how long have you suffered from this affliction?
Ever since I was big enough to know loveliness from deformity. Miss Everdeen, you do forgive me.
Hardly.
I said you're beautiful, and I say so again. The most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
I can't stand here talking all day. I have a horse dealer coming at 10. What time is it now?
You have no watch?
No.
Here, take mine. A gift.
I can't possibly take this. Don't be such a fool.
It was my father's. Take it, Miss Everdeen. I want you to have it.
Please, take it back. I don't even know you. Why would you give me your father's watch? Please. My work folk are watching me follow you about the field.
Temperance? The young sergeant. He didn't happen to say anything about being married.
I don't think he's married, Master O. He just don't act married somehow.
He's iron about.
Walking ruin to honest girl, that's for sure.
He was after giving her his watch.
Aye, that's not all he was after giving her.
Miss Everdeen, good day to you. You're not attempting the bees alone, are you? Have you no one to help you?
No, They're all finishing off the haymaking.
I'll get them in for you.
Thank you. You'd better have the veil and gloves or you'll be horribly stung.
Ah, yes, the veil and gloves.
You'd better have the hat, too.
The hat too, by all means. It's still warm from your head. Oh, you better fix that for me. I'm no good at these things. Little gratitude, if you please, Miss Everdeen.
You look ridiculous.
Holding this high up makes one's arm ache worse than a week of sword exercise. You ever seen it?
No.
Help me out of this, I'm stifled. I shall do it for you. You do it very well.
Now?
Well, I don't have a sword now, but I could get one by this evening. Will you meet me? In Blackridge Hollow?
I'd have to bring Liddy with me.
I don't see why.
Well, I can't meet you on my own.
Good heavens, there's only to watch a sword exercise. You don't want to think I was inviting you to some kind of debauchery.
Keep an eye out for Miss Everdeen, will you, Simeon? If she needs any help, tell Sam not to hesitate.
Yes, sir.
I'll be back in time for the harvest. Walk on!
Move 2 feet away from me and stand still. If you're frightened, I can't perform.
I'm not frightened. Is the sword very sharp?
Not at all. Now then, are you ready? Still as a statue.
Astonishing.
Wait. Your hair has come loose.
Did you do that? Blunt sword.
Your sword is as sharp as a razor. It could slice a man in two.
It's been within an inch of my life.
More precisely, you have been within an inch of your life 195 times. I never make mistakes. May I keep this? Meet me at the foot of the hill on Sunday evening.
I can't.
This is terrible, dirty work. What I'd give for a young man on a white horse. My life is blighted for want of chances. Suppose you got droves of young men wanting to marry you. I was to be married to a soldier. Run off, did he?
No, it was my fault. It's for the best. He was a gentleman. I'd always be thinking I was holding him back.
You'll find another one. There's a dozen on every corner with their tongues hanging out. Too wide, yes. That one.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Would you show me some of your rings? For yourself, sir? No, no. For a young lady, perhaps? For your wife? Shortly to be.
It was the mistress. She was in the woods with a soldier, and he was killing her with his sword, and then...
Teddy, don't talk such nonsense.
No, probably she nearly died. So how many more to be anyway?
You won't
Ah, Gabriel. You're taking a walk too?
I thought I'd look out for you. As the man who should naturally come to meet you, is away from home. Mr. Boldwood.
I don't quite understand what you mean. Why would Mr. Boldwood come to meet me?
On account of the marriage they say that's due to happen between you and him.
Well, they say what is not true. I'll give Mr. Boldwood no definite answer. And as soon as he returns, I will. I cannot marry him.
I should never have met Sergeant Troy. It's not good enough for you. I can't but beg you to have no more to do with him.
Sergeant Troy need not concern us here.
What do you know of him? Do you think he's honourable? Because I think he has little or no conscience. I'm not saying he's all bad, but just don't trust him so completely.
I wish you to go. Do not remain on this farm any longer. I don't want you.
Go indeed. What nonsense. How will the farm carry on? This is the second time you pretended to dismiss me. What's the use of it?
I am mistress. You will go.
Bathsheba. You know that I love you. I will love you always. I only mention this so that you know I mean you no harm. Beyond that, I put myself aside, but I beg you to consider.
You care for your reputation, as I do. Be more discreet towards this soldier.
Gabriel, will you leave me now? I don't order you as mistress. I ask you as a woman.
You came?
I didn't intend to, but Mr. Oak might have come upon you. I met him on the path.
You know what has Oak to do with me? I fear no Oak. Nor any other man. Let's walk a while.
Just for a moment.
God, you are beautiful. Bathsheba, I must go away for a short time. It's only to Bath, don't look so anxious.
No, it's not. I have other things on my mind. I can't explain.
Come now. Give me a happy face before I go. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. And neither, I think, could you.
Dear Mr. Boldwood. Now that I've had the time to reflect, and honoured though I am by your attentions to me, I feel it would be dishonest and unfair.
He's aiming way above himself if he's aiming at her. He has nothing but his handsome face to commend him.
He's a rakish man, or so people say.
'Tis well for her that Boldwood's away.
Hey, she'd be better sticking with him. I wouldn't like to see Troy in charge of a farm.
He's after two things, and one of them lies under her skirt.
Well, I swear to God, he can go under my skirt any time he likes.
Who were you talking about?
What was passing was a bit of a word about yourself and Sergeant Troy, miss.
I forbid you to say such things. You know I don't care for Sergeant Troy.
We know you don't, miss. I hate him. He's a fast man.
He's not a fast man. What is it to me what he is? Get this to the post.
Now here's a turn.
I'm sorry we mistook you, miss. I did think you cared for Sergeant Troy, but I see now you don't. People always say such foolery, but if anyone says another word, I'll tell him straight. Of course a lady like Miss Everdeen can't love him. He's far beneath her.
Liddy, can't you see? I love him to distraction.
Oh, mistress. What about Mr. Boltwood?
I've got into such a mess, Liddy. I've written to Mr. Boltwood and refused him.
Don't worry, miss. He's away till harvest time.
Miss Everdeen, are you afraid of me?
Mr. Boltwood, good evening.
Don't throw me off now.
I don't throw you off. I never had you.
I didn't let myself believe. I only hoped. That evening at your home. Where have all your pleasant words gone? You hope to be able to love me. Really forgotten? Oh, you must be heartless. Bathsheba, say you only wrote this refusal to me in fun. Say it to me.
It would be untrue. I don't have the loving nature you think I have.
Oh, you have love enough. But it's turned somewhere else, and I know where. Oh, I did try not leave my treasure alone. Before he came, he would have accepted me. Can you deny it?
No.
No, I had you. But he stole in while I was away and robbed me. Go and marry a man, go on!
Don't speak to me like this, I'm only a girl!
Dazzled by scarlet and brass.
It is unmanly of you to attack a woman like this. I have nobody to fight my battles for me.
But you have. You have the dandy in red. Has he claimed you for his? Has he kissed you? He has kissed you. Dear God in heaven, kissed you. And I would have given worlds to touch your hand. And by Christ, I will kiss you too.
No, Mr. Boltwood, don't! You're a decent man! Act like one!
Curse him! Curse him!
Don't call evil down on him, don't. I love him, I can't help it.
Bathsheba, forgive me. Forgive me. I'm blaming you when he is the sinner. He's stolen your heart with lies and flatteries. It's fortunate he's gone back to his regiment. Bathsheba, don't let him come into my sight. For I may be tempted beyond myself.
In charge of the farm. Mistress is gone.
Caney Ball. Got his best clothes on.
He can have no holiday because he cut his arm open.
Right. Because a broken leg allowed me to read the Pilgrim's Progress.
Aye. My father put his arm out the joint so that's time to go courting.
Okay, Paul, how many times have I told you not to run while you're eating? You'll choke yourself, lad.
I've been to Bath. And I've seen our mistress.
Yeah, and?
She was walking.
Yeah, there's some cider. Here we go. Tell the tale, lad. Come on.
Let the boy be. He's always had a bad cough. Somebody bang him on the back.
Yeah. No, you just tell us what happened, lad. Come on.
I saw our mistress and a soldier going to a sort of park-like place. And he put his arm round her waist. And they got closer and closer, like a courting couple. And I think the soldier was Sergeant Troy.
She's lost her name good and proper now.
She ain't nothing better than a blasted tongue.
They sat down and started talking, sort of serious-like. The mistress was crying, almost to death.
You sure it was her?
As sure as sure.
Then what?
Never saw mistress no more after that.
She'll wish her bread dough if she's ever intimate with that man.
She's not. I'm sure she's not. Wait now. He's no coarse, ignorant youth. He was well brought up, has a sweet way with words. His only wildness made him a soldier.
And made you rather like your man of sin.
Don't take on about her, Gabriel. What difference does it make whose sweetheart she is, since she can't be yours?
It's not me I fret for. It's her.
Mistress? Oh, miss, you're back. We were that worried we didn't know what had happened to you.
Sorry, Liddy. I didn't have time to explain. But I'm back now. I'm staying.
Miss Everdeen, Lydia, will you tell
My
her
mistress cannot see you, sir.
Good night.
Night, Sergeant.
Sergeant Troy.
Yes.
I'm William Boldwood. I wish to speak with you.
What about?
About a woman you have wronged.
I wonder at your impertinence.
Wonder or not, you're going to hold a conversation with me. I know about Fanny Robbins' attachment to you. She's an orphan. She has nobody to look out for her but me. You should marry her.
I suppose I should. Indeed, I wish to, but I can't.
Why not?
I'm too poor.
Troy, I propose a business transaction with you. I was engaged to be married to Miss Everdeen before you came along.
No, not engaged.
As good as engaged.
No, if I'd not come along, she might have become engaged to you.
Damn right. If you'd not come, I should certainly have been accepted. Look, Troy, you must know this dalliance with her cannot end in marriage. Now, marry Fanny Robin. She's more suitable for you. And I'll make it worth your while.
Oh, yes?
I'll give you £50 tonight. Fanny shall have £50 to prepare for the wedding and £500 on her wedding day. So, Sergeant, take up your carpet bag, turn around, and leave Weatherbury tonight.
How do you know I won't just take the £50 and then not go through the wedding?
I know I can't appeal to your honour, but I think you can appeal to your shrewdness. £500 is a lot of money to throw away.
Frank? Frank, is that you?
Let's go to her.
No, leave straight away.
I can't go without telling her. She'll only yearn after me.
I'll keep it brief.
Frank, you're so late.
Oh, God. You knew I would come. How could you doubt it?
Lydia's gone to her grandfather's and I've packed the girls off too. We've the house to ourselves.
Go on upstairs. I'll be in your bed in 5 minutes. You see my dilemma? I can't marry both of them. No, I'd rather marry Fanny because I like her best on the whole. And of course, you make it worth my while.
I don't mind, I kill you.
She won't thank you for it.
Marry Bathsheba. I give her up. She must love you indeed.
Oh, but I thought you were concerned for Fanny.
Marry Bathsheba, Troy. Don't desert her. I'll pay you £500 on your wedding day.
And am I to have anything now?
Look, I've £20 here. And I must be certain you'll marry her. You must sign a paper.
I'll go straight to her parlour and I'll sign.
No, she must know nothing of this. Come to my house.
She's waiting for me. Wait there. I'll get paper.
Do you think I would break in?
You are a ridiculous man, Baldwood. I'm no angel, but I don't buy and sell women.
Married?
Fanny left me long ago. I don't even know where she is. You say you love Bathsheba? Yet on the merest evidence, you believe her to be little more than a whore. There. Now that I've taught you a lesson, you can take your money back.
I will not. I will not. I'll punish you, Troy. I'll punish you yet.
First time I've had a real home. I belong here. This is mine.
I've never belonged anywhere. I thought I'd find a niche in the army, but...
What about your family?
My mother was French. She was governess to the Earl of Seven's children and mistress to the noble Earl. They married her off quick as lightning, soon as I was on the way.
The watch?
And the watch was his. It was given to me when I came of age. It was my only inheritance. Cadit amor rebus, the motto of the Seven family. Love yields to circumstance.
Did you know him, the Earl?
He never claimed me. I only saw him once. He paid for my schooling. So this is what I am, Bathsheba. A bastard. Destined never to belong anywhere. If we have a son, the watch will go to him. He will know who he is. Morning, comrades.
Morning, Sergeant.
She has married a man.
Say good morning. We don't need to mean it.
This is a gloomy old house. I intend to brighten it up a bit, make the place more modern. We must be cheerful while we can. Oh, Coggan, do you know if there's any insanity in Mr. Baldwood's family?
I once heard that an uncle of his wasn't right in the head, but I don't know the truth of it.
Oh, never mind. I shall be down in the fields with you in a few days. I won't stand on ceremony. Here's £50 to drink my health.
Well, I won't take any gifts from him. Sergeant, there's a storm coming. If the ricks aren't covered, they'll lose them. Tell them it's serious.
Sergeant Troy says it won't rain and you're not to bother him with such fidgets.
do we celebrate the harvest in safe and well tonight, but this is also a wedding feast. A short time ago, I had the happiness to lead this lady, your mistress, to the altar. We've not yet had a chance to celebrate our marriage. Publicly. So to celebrate in style, and so that every man will go to bed happy, I've ordered brandy and kettles of hot water to be brought. A treble strong measure for every guest.
No, Frank. They've had enough of everything.
We don't wish for no more, thank you, Sergeant.
Nonsense! Friends! We'll send the women and children to bed, and we cockbirds will have a real celebration by ourselves. Let any man who shows a white feather look elsewhere for his winter's work.
I did it first.
And others thought so too. Well, it wasn't. I went there to end it. But when I was coming away, he said he'd seen a woman that morning that was more beautiful than I was. That he couldn't promise to be faithful unless I became his at once. So, between jealousy and distraction, I married him.
Oh, Bathsheba.
He wasn't to blame. It's perfectly true about him having seen someone else.
You go back in the house. I'll finish up out here alone.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you 1,000 times. For everything.
I overlooked the ricks this year.
That's part of your harvest, sir.
Things have gone rather wrong with me lately, Oak. I was hoping to get a little settled in my life, but some way my plan has come to nothing. I dare say I'm a joke about the parish.
Not at all, sir. Not with me.
Oak, I can't fend off my miserable grief. No. Whatever they say, there was no jilting on her part, really. She never promised me. Really. There was nothing. The whole thing was made more of by other people than it ever was by us. There was nothing. Good morning to you.
Sir.
Well, if she hadn't fallen at the last fence, I'd have cleared £200 easy as looking.
Foolish to throw away my money like this, Frank. Promise me you won't go tomorrow.
Well, it's a fine house. They're going to have taken you along.
I'd run 100 miles the other way first.
You've lost all the pluck and the sauciness you used to have. If I'd known what you were under all your boldness, I'd never have...
Please, do you know what time the Casterbridge workhouse closes at night?
I don't know.
Oh, you poor thing.
Stay where you are. Walk on up to the top, I'll see to her.
You?
Go on!
Frank, is it really you?
I looked everywhere for you. I thought you were miles away. I thought you were dead. Why didn't you come to the barracks?
I couldn't. You were so cold to me at the church.
Oh, Fanny, I was angry. I came to your lodgings, but... You're not well. Have you money?
No.
You can't go to the workhouse. Here's what I have. Damn it, it's only pennies. I left the army, Fan. I only have what my wife gives me now. I can do nothing better. Go there just for tonight. Are you all right to walk? I'll meet you tomorrow morning at 10 on Gray's Bridge. Now, Fanny, you won't get it wrong, will you? 10 o'clock. I'll bring all the money I can.
Frank.
What is it?
Nothing.
Oh, Fanny, I'm so sorry. I can do nothing more now, but I will. I promise you.
Do you know her?
Nope.
I think you do.
You can think what you damn well like. Would you let me have £20, Bathsheba?
The races again. Don't go, Frank. Stay home with me today.
It's not for the races.
What is it for, then? You worry me with these mysterious responsibilities.
You worry me with all these suspicions. Don't go too far, Bathsheba, or you may have cause to regret something.
I do that already.
What do you regret?
My romance has come to an end.
All romances end with marriage.
Must you be so smart at my expense?
You're dull enough at mine. I believe you hate me.
I don't hate you. I hate your faults.
Let's stop this bickering. I'll strike a bargain with the £20 and be friends.
If you must have it, take it.
I expect I'll be gone before you're in from the farm. I promised to meet someone.
A time not so long ago when it would have taken a good many promises to drag you away from me. I was sweeter than all your other pleasures then. Whose is that hair?
It's yours, of course.
Liar!
I'm not. I've forgotten I had it.
Hair is yellow.
It's not!
God's sake, don't insult me. The hair is yellow. Whose is it? You're my husband. You shouldn't keep other women's hair. Tell me the truth, Frank.
Don't be so desperate.
Joseph? What's the message?
'Tis a somber one, mistress. You'll never see Fanny Robin no more. She's dead in Casterbridge workhouse.
Fanny's dead.
Mr. Boldwood is sending a wagon to fetch her home, and Parson Thirdly will bury her at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
No, Fanny's my responsibility. You shall fetch her, Joseph. Use the new wagon with the red wheels. Wash it down. Take some greenery from the garden. Make it pretty for her.
I'll do my best, miss.
How did she end up in the workhouse, Joseph? Had she been there long?
Only since last night, I believe, miss. They say she walked all the way from Melchester, and that's what killed her.
She would have walked right past here. Why didn't she come home? What time would she have been on the Casterbridge Road, Joseph?
Sometime yesterday evening, I reckon.
Yesterday evening.
Aye, thereabouts.
You'd better go, Joseph.
Will you, Alan Joseph? Come on.
Liddy?
Yes, miss?
What colour was Fanny's hair?
Why, it was golden, miss. Long golden hair she had. People often remarked on it. It's a terrible thing to die in a workhouse. I hope I never have such misfortune.
Her young man was a soldier, did they say?
In the same regiment as Mr. Troy.
Sure to be dark. Where is poor Grass?
He left hours ago. What can have become of him?
He passes the Buck's Head.
Oh, no.
Not with Fanny dead in the wagon, surely.
Have another drink, Joseph. Or she'll have another drop. Be twice the man afterwards. You'll walk and slap into your work without any trouble.
Well, I thank Providence that I've not been away from my drinking.
Joseph Poorgrass, you're a disgrace! You've a dead woman hanging around outside in the dark. Yeah, drunk as a lord.
No, Shepherd, not I. All that's the matter with me is the multiplying eye. That's why you look double to me.
Too late and too dark to perform a burial with any decency. You can take the body to the house, Mrs. Troy, or it can stay here in the church till morning.
I better take it to the church.
No, it's cold and lonely in the church at night. Bring it to the house.
It'd be better in the church. Ready for the morning fires and all.
No, it's unkind and unchristian. Bring her to the house. What's the matter, Liddy?
It's just a wicked story, miss. I know it can't be true. They're saying Fanny died in childbirth. Do you believe it?
There's only Fanny's name written there.
We would have been told if it were true, wouldn't we, miss?
We might. You go to bed. Fanny, would to God you could tell me your secret.
What is it? Who died?
Let me go!
No! You will stay.
child yours?
I had a son.
No! Penny Robin was my servant. Don't kiss her, Frank. Kiss me. Kiss me.
She is more to me than you ever were, or are, or could be. And if Satan hadn't tempted me with that face of yours, I'd have found her and married her. Oh, Fanny, forgive me. In the sight of heaven, you're my wife.
She is that. What am I?
You. You're nothing to me. Nothing.
Oh, miss. I've been looking everywhere for you. You haven't been out here all night.
See you at home? He left when they came for the coffin. She's gone?
Oh, Lizzie.
Oh, poor thing. Come in. Come on. You'll catch your death. Master Oak called in first thing, miss. He was asking how you were.
Did Mr. Troy come home?
The children say there's a handsome headstone been put up on Fanny's grave. Don't know who paid for it.
Or Lucifer. Or whoever you are.
I'm looking for Mrs. Troy. Is she here?
I'm Mrs. Troy.
I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, ma'am. Your husband's drowned in Low-Wind Cove.
Glad to see you out of doors, Lydia. Your mistress seems quite well after her visit to her aunt.
She do, sir.
Cheerful, I suppose.
Yes, cheerful.
Fearful, did you say?
No, I merely said she was cheerful.
Tells you all her affairs?
She do, sir. I've been with her all through her troubles. Through Mr. Troy's going and all. And if she were to marry again, I expect I should bide with her still.
She promises that you shall?
No, she don't promise it. I judge it on my own accord.
Yeah, I see. When she alludes to the possibility of marrying again, you
She
conclude...
never do allude to it, sir.
You needn't take quite such long strokes, Liddy. Short, quick ones are best. Perhaps now she's her own mistress again, she doesn't want to give up her freedom.
She did once remark she thought she could marry at the end of 7 years, if she cared to risk Mr. Troy coming back and claiming her.
She could marry at once in any reasonable person's opinion, whatever the lawyers say.
Why, have you been to ask him?
Good heavens, no. Afternoon to you.
And I will punish the world for their evil. Wicked for their iniquity.
The tragic death of
Right.
Baldwin?
I hope your sheep have done well today.
Oh, yes, very well. Gabriel has just one dealer left to see. What's that?
Show's about to start. You say it's very entertaining?
I was never allowed to go in those places when I was young.
Well, you shall see it. I'll get seats for us at once. No, I won't stay. I got a dealer to see in any case, but I'll secure a seat for you alone.
Oh, come on. For the first time, we've got a real crowd out there. Come on. Turpin's getting away. Go on, open it! What do you think you're doing?
There's a damn predator of mine out there. If I speak, he'll know me instantly.
But you've got to talk. They've paid their money.
I tell you I won't.
But we've still got the rest of the play to do.
I'll just nod and wink in the right place. I'll never know the difference.
Joseph Poorgrass, will you get down from there? You've got to drive Mrs. Troy home.
Spangled women are coming to get me. Hundreds of them. Thousands of them.
Joseph, I've got a dealer to see. Will you get down from here and get the gig?
Hurrah for the multiplying eye!
I hope you're not thinking of telling what you've seen, Fred. I'm likely to strangle you.
Everyone thinks you're dead.
Well, as you can see, I'm not. How are things on the farm? How's my wife?
She's made Gabriel Oker Bailey. He's head man for Mr. Boldwood, too. And he's bringing in all these newfangled machines. Says they can do the work of 20 men.
So she's doing well, then?
You thinking of coming back?
Maybe. And if I do, the first thing I'll do is sack Oak and make you bailiff. Provided she hears nothing of my present occupation.
I'll be your man, Sergeant.
Mrs. Troy, will you marry again one day?
I haven't given any thought to that at all.
No, of course not.
My husband's death was never proved. I may not really be a widow.
I often think of that time when you first came to Weatherbury, that I was something to you before he was, but that means nothing. You never liked me.
I did. I respected you.
You still?
Yes.
You know you can marry in 6 years without any further proof of his death at all.
Yes, I know.
If I wait till then, will you marry me?
Mr. Baldwin, 6 years. Who knows where we all may be?
Do you want to marry anybody else?
No, indeed. I really don't like to talk like this.
Of course not. But just promise that if you marry again one day, it will be me. No. I don't expect love. I mean an agreement between two mature people. That's all I want.
I will consider it.
When?
By Christmas. I'll tell you at Christmas. Get the black silk out, Liddy.
Not the black, miss, surely. You ought to brighten up a little on such a night.
No, I'll wear black. People will only suppose things if I don't. Wish I didn't have to go at all.
Mr. Boldwood will be put out if you don't. He's spared no expense. He's got fiddlers. The old village is going.
I had no idea he was going to so much trouble. Leave the dress, Liddy. I won't go. What should I do, Gabriel? He's expecting me to give the promise tonight.
I think the real sin lies in marrying a man you don't love.
That was a miserable, worn-out thing with me for him or anybody else. I fear if I don't give him my word, he'll go out of his mind. I believe this. I believe I hold that man's future in my hands. What should I do, Gabriel?
Why don't you just give me a promise, then? I think I would.
Is that you, Gabriel? Do you know any late knot in fashion?
I don't know, sir.
Blast it. My hands are shaking. Can you tie this for me? Oh. You coming tonight?
I'll be along when I've finished up at the granaries.
Good. Does a woman keep her promise, Gabriel?
That depends.
Or rather, an implied promise.
Wouldn't answer implied. That's a word full of holes as a sieve.
You're growing quite cynical. Does a woman keep her promise to marry? You know whom I speak of. I pressed her on the subject, and I think that at last she inclines to be kind to me.
Don't build too much on a promise. She's young yet.
Gabriel, I call you in on another matter. You've done good work on the farm, and I want to make you a partner. I spoke to the lawyer the other day, but we can discuss it at your leisure.
Well, I don't know what to say, sir.
Say nothing yet. My intention, ultimately, is to retire and let you run the business if you're agreeable. Then, when I marry, I'll be free to devote all my
What
time.
may happen. There's many a slip.
If Bathsheba promises to marry me, she will. You don't know her, Gabriel. She never promised that first time. Good evening. Please go on in.
Good evening to you, sir.
Sybil, was that Mrs. Troy's carriage?
No, sir.
Good evening. Good evening to you. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Good evening, Mrs. Troy. You do give it.
What?
Promise to marry at the end of 6 years. I only want your word.
Don't press me too hard. I'll marry no one else.
But there is nothing in that promise at all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But sometimes my love for you is so... Bathsheba, give a little to me.
Very well. If he doesn't return, I will marry you in 6 years.
And you'll take this as a token from me.
You cannot wear a ring. I wouldn't have a soul know.
Just for tonight. Wear it just for tonight.
Mr. Bold would know. I won't wear a ring. It isn't an engagement in the usual sense.
Bathsheba, I've waited and waited. Don't deny me now. Don't. Lydia, Mark Clark, join in the dancing. Tonight is a night for celebration.
Mrs. Troy is wanted.
Who wants me?
'Tis a stranger, ma'am.
Bring him in. Let him join in the revelries. Come in, come in. A drink for the stranger.
Bathsheba, I've come for you. Come with me.
Come, madam, do you hear what I say?
Bathsheba. Go with your husband.
Mr. Baldwood has shot my husband.
You're charged with the murder of Mr. Francis Troy. How do you plead to this crime?
Guilty. I shot him. He deserved it.
The news has come. He's to hang.
How can I live?
Mr. Baldwin, I cannot be silent. You were provoked. Everyone knows it. You have to let me make a clear mitigation.
She was his wife.
Then they will hang you.
So they'll hang me. Do what you like.
I shan't go to trial, and I advise the rest of you to do the same. It will disturb his mind more than anything to see us staring at him as if he were a show.
That's right, Jan.
He's sure to hang.
It is her I feel for.
Has she been downstairs today?
No, yesterday. Or the day before. She'll go out of her mind if he's not spared.
I thought I ought to show you these, Mr. Oak. He's always kept it locked. There must be 50 of them. All labelled for 6 years' time.
Bathsheba Boldwood.
I do believe, my lord, his mind was unbalanced. But he'd let his crops go bad. He'd left his ricks uncovered. His whole farm was untended.
Thank you, Mr. Oak. And there is the further matter of the clothing, my lord. Bought in secret in distant towns, all carefully chosen and labelled a date some 6 years hence.
and bearing the name of a woman at that time married to another man. This was not, in my belief, a man in full possession of his senses.
I reckon he's done for.
Miss Everdeen! It's confinement, at Her Majesty's pleasure. He's not to hang.
Oh, Gabriel. Thank God. Thank God.
We shouldn't be welcoming this, you know. None of us.
It's bound to come, sooner or later.
They won't be needing none of us at all for long.
He's to take over Boldwood's farm.
How can they do that? He's not related. That Boldwood had made him a partner. That ain't right. That ain't the law.
What do you know of the law?
More than you. Your head's so fuddled with hate and senility. You have to talk out of your arse.
I reckon he's slyly biding his time, waiting for his chance to get her.
She'll not marry again. Not after all she's been through.
It's something to see. A man so constant and faithful, he don't get nothing back for his devotion.
So more respect for her. She's the one that puts bread on your table, you know.
Thank you.
Gabriel. How long have you been there?
For a few minutes. Have they finished it as you'd wished?
Yes.
Has it really only been 8 months?
It's like a lifetime to me. Going in?
I should. I'm in the choir now, you know.
No, I didn't.
I've been for some time.
Mrs. Troy, I wanted to talk to you. I may have to give up the management of your farm. I'm thinking of leaving England. I feel it's for the best. America's where I set my mind on.
What will I do without you? If that's what you've decided. Goodbye, Gabriel. Good luck.
We're going to give it a try in London, miss.
Leave the land that you've worked on all your lives.
Things are changing, miss. Fact is, we'd like to be a bit freer. No disrespect, but we want to stand up and make our own way in the world. Not serve anyone.
Well, good luck to you both. Soberness. Sorry to lose you, Mark. Everybody's leaving, Liddy. Mark and Soberness. Mr. Oak.
That's just like Master Oak. Don't like anyone thinking bad of him.
What do you mean? Liddy?
Well, miss, people have been talking.
Can I get you a chair or something?
No. Gabriel, why are you leaving?
I'm going to America, like I said.
Don't leave.
Well, I can't stay here. People think I'm sniffing about, waiting for Boldwood's farm and in the hope of marrying you.
It's absurd. It's far too soon.
Well, it's not what I want. You're the last person I'd think of marrying. It's absurd, as you say.
Too soon were the words I used.
I beg your pardon, but absurd is what you said. And so do I.
I can't manage without you.
So, you want me to stay on as your bailiff?
No, that's not what I mean.
Bathsheba. If I only knew one thing. If I only knew whether you would allow me to love you and to win you, to marry you, if I only knew that.
You will never know.
Why?
Because you never ask. Why, Gabriel? Seems exactly as if I'd come courting you. Dreadful.
Quite right, too. You danced at your heels long enough. Miss Everdeen? Will you marry me?
I will.
Very sore a fair pretty maid beside the bubbly brook, and sing, blow away the morning dew, the dew and the dew, blow away the morning dew, and sweet the winds do blow. Cast over me my mantle fair, and pin o'er my gown, and if you will take hold my hand, then I will be your own. And sing, blow away the morning dew, the dew and the dew, blow away the morning dew.
Coming out something to eat and drink with my wife and me, eh?
Can't to send it across to Warren's malt house. It'll be better for us.
Faith, the man I've learned to say my wife in a wonderful natural way, considering how long they've been wed.
Thank you all.
God bless.
God bless mistress.
God bless.
Hey, Rob.